The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast, is brought to you by, well, of course, you. If you want to learn more about how you can support the show, go to patreon.com/thearena_podcast.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait!
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
Hey everyone, welcome to The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast. This is episode 50. Along with me are my co-hosts, Burly of BurlyMenGaming on Twitch, and Carl of Turn-Based. Carl, how are you guys doing, man? Carl, how you doing? Welcome back. How was your vacation?
Well, first, I'm excited to be back to talk about video games again.
Yeah.
It's been a bit. My vacation was, I enjoyed it, but also I feel like I got less sleep than ever on this vacation. So, still dealing with the lack of sleep because of the baby.
I see. Well, it's good to have you back, man. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Looking forward to having you on today. And Burly, how you doing, man?
Doing good. Glad to have Carl back. Carl, did you end up all those secret meetings with Microsoft? Did we get our fridges?
Oh, yeah. You just got to give me your addresses and your social security numbers. Oh, wait, I don't know if you have those in other countries. I'm not sure what you need, but yeah.
We have SIN numbers, social insurance numbers in Canada.
That sounds better. I like that.
I'll send you that, my credit card, my banking info, all the stuff they need.
Thanks, man. You can trust me.
Exactly.
All right. So this is episode 50, and of course we had our new intro music at the beginning there, so I hope you all enjoyed that. So for episode 50, we're going to be talking about Outriders, for example. Their developers don't know how many copies it's sold. We're also going to be talking about Epic Games and their new game mode that's having a little bit of controversy out there. Everything that it's... Burly, are you okay, man? Did you just collapse or something?
That was me. Sorry.
Oh, Carl.
I was going to say, that's on Carl's end.
Okay.
That was my phone. It almost fell.
Okay.
Got it.
Almost a disaster at the beginning of episode 50 there. Everything announced at Pokemon Presents. We're going to be talking about that a little bit. The Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, another edition is coming out, as well as some Halo news that just dropped actually yesterday. So we're going to be talking about that, as well as the new game releases for the week. But some news about our content over on Patreon I want to talk about. First of all, our post shows that we used to have exclusive to Patreon are now going to be going early access. So now all of you listeners out there on the free feeds, you're going to be able to listen to the post shows the same day that you can listen to the regular podcast episodes. So that's really good. As well as our other content, our extra take episodes that were exclusive. Those are also going to be going in early access. And we have a new announcement for another new show we're going to be doing from today, actually, that we'll be talking about later on in the show. But first of all, before we get into the games that we've been playing this past week, here's a brief message about where you can find the podcast.
Before the crew discusses what they have been playing, this episode of The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast, and the post show will be going to Patreon in early access for one day after recording. So if you would like to support the show and become a patron at the entry tier 1 level at $1 per month and get early access to every episode and post show, as well as listen ad-free, please visit patreon.com/thearena_podcast for further details. On Sundays each week, The podcast and post show will be uploaded to all free podcast services where you can find us on any podcast app for iOS or Android, Spotify, Amazon Music, and on Expat's YouTube channel, Expat2020 Gaming. Just download your favorite podcast app or open Spotify and search for The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast. Subscribe, follow us, post a review, and leave us questions, comments, and feedback if you like. If that feature is available there, and spread the word about the podcast. We also have a Discord called The Arena Podcast, where you can join and chat with the Arena Podcast community, and the podcast website is at thearenapodcast.podbean.com, where you can follow us and leave questions and comments as well. Finally, you can also follow us on Twitter at The Arena, AMPGNP, as well as on Instagram at thearena_podcast. Now, back to the show.
Okay, guys. I'm going to talk about 2 games that I've played this past week. The first one, I completed the DLC for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Siege of Paris. I finished that up. And Burly, you were asking me last week, how different is Siege of Paris from Wrath of the Druids? Well, one thing that's distinctly different is the locational, the way the land looks. In Ireland, in the Wrath of the Druids, you have these beautiful countryside hills, greenish hills, whereas in Siege of Paris, when you're playing in Paris especially, you're playing a lot of the game in the slums of Paris. So, and I think I was telling you last week as well that this game really reminds me of A Plague's Tale: Innocence, because a lot of the game you're having to fight off rats in these sewers and in the catacombs and all. So,
oh, no.
Yeah. So that's
Wait, how are
a
you
vast
fighting
difference.
rats in an Assassin's Creed game?
Yeah, it's weird, man. It's
I'm confused about that one.
Well, because of the time period. I mean, it's the 9th century Paris, and the plague was going on at that time in France. So a lot of people in Paris were suffering from the plague, which were brought on by the rats, of course. So
Are these large rats?
No, pretty small. Probably compared, they look similar to the ones in A Plague's Tale: Innocence, but
So you're swinging a big old
the rats
sword.
from Dishonored.
What's that? What's that, Carl? You were saying?
Oh, so you're swinging a big old sword or axe at like a tiny little rat.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, in the game, you cannot kill the rats. They just run back into a hole. But they can attack you though. And your health is depleted when they attack you. So basically, I was just swinging my Excalibur sword at them, and then they would just run back in a hole. But
Wow!
And then about
Excalibur
2 or 3
being
seconds
used on
later,
rats.
though, 2 or 3 seconds later, they come out again and start to attack you. And when you're in these areas, you have to like pick up the jars full of oil to blow up one of the the walls. And while you're doing that, the rats start coming out and attacking you again. So it makes it difficult to complete some of the missions, but it's just time consuming. But yeah, so I played that, finished that up. And I've heard that there's going to be more DLC coming later on, and that possibly Cassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey is going to make an appearance in one of the next DLCs. So I'm excited for that. But the other game I was playing, Carl. Oh, go ahead, Carl.
Real quick. So as far as the DLC for these games, how do you feel this content compares to the content from the main game? And also think about how I feel like this is probably going to be your model for the content you're going to get with the games as a service version of Assassin's Creed.
I think a lot of it's similar. I mean, there's not much difference at all, really, except for the locations and the characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, I guess, if it's not different, right?
Yeah. Okay. So Anyway, the second game I played, and I was live streaming it on Twitch, on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Expat2020. And Burly was there watching a little bit of it. 12 minutes. And Carl, you've been playing 12 minutes. Burly, you played some at 12 minutes too. Yeah, it's some of the time loops are pretty intense. Some people I've heard have finished the game very quickly. Some people, it took many loops to actually get through and break through the loop. I streamed it for about almost 3 hours, I think.
I was going to say it was close to 3 hours. Yeah.
And then I played it for about a half hour today, and I finished up the loop. But I'm not going to say what it was because I don't want to spoil it for people that have not played it yet. But yeah, it's a game where you go into these time loops, and time is of the essence because basically it's a 12-minute loop. So I'm going to leave it there. I really enjoyed it. It was fun to play. One little nitpick I had about the game, though. Daisy Ridley, she's of course from England, but she's using an American accent in the game. And I don't understand why they have to make her use an American accent. Why don't they just let her use her British accent in the game? That's just nitpicky. That's just me, but I would have rather listened to her normal voice and her normal accent during the game. But you don't play as Daisy Ridley's character. You play as James McAvoy's character, the husband in the game. And then, of course, William Dafoe is the cop, so to speak. So anyway, Carl, I'll move it over to you if you have anything to say. I know you played some of 12 minutes. What did you think of it?
I went through the whole thing. I think it was probably around like 6 hours, maybe, I spent in it. I know I left the game running for a bit. It's hard to say. I was looking at my time on the thing, so it's probably more than that. But at this point, the game, I was enthralled. I really wanted to play more of it. So props to it for that. I think the idea, the concept of this loop and you just having to kind of just throw things at the wall and try different things at first because you're not really sure why, what you're even trying to accomplish. Mm-hmm. And that's it. And that just kept me wanting to do more and keep seeing, if I do this, what if I do that? What's the craziest thing I can do in here at a certain point? Kind of like Groundhog Day, you start doing in the movie, he starts doing really nonsense things. Yeah. So that's great. I would like the voice acting. It's funny because I think they wasted their money on James McAvoy and Daisy Ridley because playing the game, I just don't recognize their voices ever. Yeah. I was really listening. I'm like, okay, I guess maybe that's them, but I can't really tell. Yeah. Willem Dafoe, he's of course, iconic voice. It's very obvious from the minute he opens his mouth. Yeah. I mean, there's one conversation he has on a phone that's I don't know if that's a spoiler. I'm trying not to spoil anything. That it's classic Willem Dafoe voice, things, and I'm it's great. He's great. I love him. The story is interesting. It goes, it's dark places. I don't want to spoil anything, of course. Yeah. That's the main thing of it. Yeah. I will, as much as I think I enjoyed it a lot, I think it falters in that, when you get down to it, there's really not a lot in the game to do. Right. And the ending, I think, is, it's not the controversial part about it. I think I'm okay with the nature of what's in it. But the idea and how they present the looping, it gets a little confusing. I was just scratching my head, what's happening? Why? What is this? And then you think about it more. It's just I don't think this is as interesting as they wanted it to be at the end. Yeah. That's my take. Yeah.
There's not so much to do, but there are so many choices you can make, though. That's,
Yeah, and there's a lot of, so there's only, when I looked online, there's only, I think, 3 actual roll credits endings. Yeah. But there are other, there are achievements, but there are other sort of logical ends. You think your character's like, I did everything I should have done in this situation. Like, took it to its logical end, and it's still, you think it's supposed to be an end, but of course it still loops, so that's not an end credits. But those are cool. You should look them up if you haven't gotten those, and just run them, because they're not that hard to do.
Yeah. Burly, what have you thought of 12 minutes so far?
I think it's good. I've only played about 20 minutes. I haven't unfortunately had time to really put it in. But from seeing your stream, and I've seen a little bit from other people's videos and stuff, I like it.
Yeah,
it's you're not off. You screw up, you're not totally screwed.
Yeah,
you gain and you learn a little bit, so you then have to think, okay, I did this before. This is what the reaction came and happened when I did this.
Yeah,
let's try this and see.
Yeah, it was funny when I was in the very first loop. I'm not going to spoil the game for you guys or anything out there, you listeners, but it was funny. I thought if I walked back out the door, when the cop comes in, maybe the game would continue, but it's like, if you walk out the door, that's when the loop starts over again. So it's like, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to escape. And then I open the door and walk out. And I was like,
Yeah, that seems kind of jarring, because you don't know it's looping yet at that point.
Yeah.
So that is weird. I didn't do that. I took the main loop to an end the first loop to some end.
Yeah. Cool. And Burly, you're playing the the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut now?
Yep, I've been playing that. I started streaming that yesterday. It was a blast to go back to that. I did over 4 hours on that last night. It's nice. I'm re-going through the whole story. I'm not loading my save and going straight to Iggy Island. But I'm now playing with the Japanese voice acting. Figured go different than what I'm used to, and you can see the difference, and I'm having a lot of fun going back. I can't wait when I eventually get to Iggy Island.
Cool. And what kind of little differences are there in the director's cut from the first time you played the main game?
Well, first things first, because I'm running it. I have the director's cut on PS5. That thing loads whoa! You notice it's using that SSD. You can tell.
That game already was very quick to load. I was impressed on the PS4 version.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Cool.
But on the SSD on that PS5, it loads quick. You're getting more color. I know I want to try the Kurosawa mode, but it's I've got the PS5 version. I might as well show off, see the colors and all that. So, but
cool. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the news story. So earlier
Wait, Expat.
Yeah?
I played some other games. I just talked about 12 minutes.
Go for it, man.
Some other games.
Go for it, dude.
I played, I mentioned last time, and I'm still playing Dodgeball Academia.
How is that?
I really like it. I'm going to go back. That's the game that I'm trying to get back to and keep playing.
Is there a co-op mode on that game?
I don't know.
If there is, because I have it on Game Pass. I downloaded it. We should play.
Yeah. I would. I don't know that there is. Because it's an RPG. It's a sort of single player RPG.
Okay.
You're leveling up your dodgeball team.
Yeah.
Each one of your guys has different special attacks, and it even actually goes further. Because do you guys ever play the Super Dodgeball on NES?
I haven't. Burly, have you?
No, I have not.
Where's Dan? He's got to get the retro talk here.
We love you, Dan.
I love that game. Yes, Super Dodgeball on the NES was it's a dodgeball game, but you can do charge, you could run and throw a ball, and it would the ball would split in 3 and come back together, or it would zoom up in the air and drop down and do all these crazy things. And it's doing a lot of that. Each of your characters has different special attacks, and you even have super moves that you can do. And the main guy does like a Hadoken, blast with the dodgeball, and the girl can, instead of catching the ball, she'll bounce it back. And every one of them has different features. And you get equipment, gear. You're running around the school, and it's very Pokemon-like because it's got the very obvious Pokemon references. Like you go to the place to get healed, and it plays a little jingle as you get healed, like Pokemon. But like the graphics are beautiful, the styling, the characters are like just charming, and like they do these really cool things with the speech, like bubbles when they're talking, and the text size will be enlarged or like bouncing or in different spots to like show you emphasis on the way they're speaking. So you kind of get a feel for the characters just by looking at the text on the screen.
Okay.
I highly recommend checking that out. It's a lot of fun. The dodgeball mechanics, like they get more hectic and crazy as it goes on, but I'm enjoying it a lot.
Cool.
Highly recommend that. Game Pass game. And then one more thing, I played Avengers War for Wakanda.
Oh.
I put a little time into it. I do want to go back to it. It is, it's more Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
If you like that or not, I don't think this is going to change your mind on it.
Now, does the voice actor for Black Panther sound like Chadwick Boseman?
They do the accent.
Okay.
So, his voice is different, but I did see a thing online that they had the same accent coach for all the character doing these voice actors as the MCU. So they wanted to get that bit of continuity there. It's Black Panther, like the Wakanda world they built is beautiful. There's so much, like I'm just stopping and walking around and looking at everything because I just like to see everything they detailed in this world. Gameplay wise, it's sort of the same, but they're adding a bit more sort of platforming stuff to do, and the puzzles they've added a bit more to them. They're not the same generic sort of ones they had before, and I haven't gotten that far, so we'll see. But yeah, it's more of the campaign stuff, and if you like that stuff, it's worth playing through. I keep playing through the campaigns, and this one seems to be better than the last two DLCs so far.
I see. Cool. All right. So now it's time to get to the weekly news beat. So thanks, Carl, for that, though.
You're welcome. Go ahead. It's okay.
Yeah, no problem. So
I'm kidding.
Outriders developers. Outriders doesn't know how many copies it sold and hasn't earned any royalties. So this is from Joe Screbbles at IGN. So Outriders developer People Can Fly says it doesn't know how many copies the game has sold and hasn't earned any royalties from the game, suggesting it hasn't yet been profitable for publisher Square Enix. Announced on the developer's investor website, People Can Fly explained that the agreement with Square Enix meant it would receive any royalties from the game's first quarter on sale by August 16th, 2021. No funds were transferred, which People Can Fly suggests means that, quote, according to the publisher, the revenues from the sale of the game are lower than the total cost of its production, including quality assurance, distribution, and promotion, end quote. People Can Fly executive Sebastian Wojciechowski, I think that's how you pronounce his name, added that the company had no firm data for copies sold. Quote, we don't have any sales figures for Outriders. We estimate it at between 2 and 3 million units and assumed that this was a result that would ensure profitability for the project in the first quarter of sales. The lack of payment by the publisher probably means that, according to Square Enix, this is not the case, end quote. So guys, I don't know. My question to you here is, let's imagine you're a developer and you have your own development company. Say like these guys that are making Outriders, right? Now, would you rather self-publish or would you work with a publisher like Square Enix? Due to what's been going on in this story and beyond. There's some that think they shouldn't work with publishers. They should just do it themselves and make the profits, all the profits. But then there are, pluses to working with publishers. What do you guys think? Burly, I'll start with you on this one.
This is kind of like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. if you kind of work with them, because if you don't work with one of these bigger publishers, you don't have as much financing to do it, and they'll help back you with marketing and all that, having a better chance of your game reaching a wider audience.
Yep.
So I honestly can't really answer would you rather not, because you never know. Because you could make a great game, do it all by yourself, don't have a publisher and put it out, but nobody talks about it because you're, no offense, you're nobody. You don't have a big title that people will recognize and people that are going to take the time to review or check out the game.
Carl, how about you? What would you decide to do if you were a small development company?
Well, yeah, I mean, like Burly said, it's hard to say. I don't have the information. I'm not a developer. I think in the case of a game of this size, you want someone with experience. That's why you go to a publisher.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of things to consider, and on multiple platforms. So yeah, I mean, self-publishing this type of game would be a whole nother thing that they're obviously not prepared to do. Would I work with Square Enix again after this? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
They can, and that's something I'm sure they can just go to another publisher at this point after the next project. Because that's absurd to not be told how many copies that have been sold for your game. Yeah. I mean, and maybe Square's looking at it as like, well, it's our game because we publish. I don't know what the rights, like, does Square own this IP? You know, I don't know if that's out there.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So who knows? I mean, maybe it's in the contract and we're only hearing this part of it. I mean, because this is the kind of thing you don't want getting out.
Yeah.
This is bad, right?
Yep.
If I'm Square, I don't want this to be the discussion, obviously. And even People Can Fly, like, I don't think you want to air your dirty laundry like this.
Yeah.
So whoever leaked this, I mean, I don't think anyone's happy on either side of this discussion.
Yeah. There were also talks about the possibility of Game Pass affecting sales on this game too, but yeah, I don't know about that.
A lot of people there's like a meme going around now, right, of like people saying that blaming everything for Game Pass.
Yeah.
You know, like
Game Pass is the killer or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like these. Yeah, you remember the meme? Everyone was like, "Oh, thanks, Obama!" Like, sort of like saying everything was his fault.
Yeah.
They're doing that with the Game Pass now, which is funny. Like, how could that be the problem here? I mean, are the sales numbers lower because of that? I mean, that's hard to say. Maybe on Xbox, but what is the money that they got for putting it on Game Pass? We don't know those deals. How does that impact or affect the profit they're supposed to get? Again, we don't know. It's the contract. So who's to say in that situation?
Yeah. But also what I think may have also hurt the thing is a little bit before the game came out, they put out a demo. I don't know if anyone had tried the demo. I had played the demo, downloaded it to my PlayStation, and it was generic. I didn't care. So it was like, I was like, okay, so I saved myself $90. I'm not going to spend money on this.
Yeah, you're totally right about that. And the same thing happened to Avengers. You know, these early demos that come out for these type of games, if they aren't successful and people aren't, you know, talking it up and raving about it, there's a good chance that the demo could hurt your sales, your profits, your, popularity.
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead. Go ahead, Bert. Go ahead.
Actually, the one thing I remember from that demo thing that happened was people making a joke about the load scene between some like jump across a bridge or something like that, or a chasm. I don't know if you remember that, Burly.
Oh, right. Yes. I remember.
Yeah. So like that was the impression. That's a bad thing. You don't want people joking about a load screen.
Yeah.
For something silly.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the next story. So looks like Epic Games is using Fortnite to copy Among Us material here. So, Among Us developers aren't feeling Fortnite's new imposters mode. So, this from Ian Walker over at Kotaku. Epic Games added a new game mode to Fortnite that sounds suspiciously like indie hit Among Us, right down to the terminology used for its antagonists. Imposters pits a maximum of 10 Fortnite players against one another as they attempt to figure out who among them are out to sabotage the rest of the group. Normal competitors, known as agents, work to complete a series of tasks across a large map, while the titular imposters do whatever they can to hinder the group's progress, up to and including killing other players. Now, come on, guys. Man, is this a ripoff or what, man? I mean, it's like, what can this group do? Can they take Epic Games to court? I mean, this really sounds like a pretty big ripoff to me, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at was it Temtem?
Yeah.
That's like that Pokemon sort of. I mean, if they can't be sued for that, then and Nintendo would.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Then, get away with it.
So Inner Sloth, they're of course the developers of Among Us. I mean, yeah, they're pissed off. As rightly they should be. Because it's like it's so funny how Epic Games, they're all like squeaming about how like Apple is like Big Brother and they're like taking advantage of us. Well, they're doing similar things here with Inner Sloth and other games, and I don't see why Inner Sloth doesn't go ahead and file a lawsuit.
There'd be no point for them filing a lawsuit because they would just get screwed. I have a little bit of knowledge in this because I used to work for a law firm for 5 years. And from my knowledge of the American court system, Epic has got the money to fund this really fund this lawsuit, drag it out.
Yeah, there it is.
And just dump and bury them in paperwork.
Yeah.
And the Inner Sloth has no offense to them. They're not going to have the money, the resources to fight this.
Yeah. But then again, in the court of public opinion, I mean, they would definitely win out, I think. So, but
they'll win out. But Fortnite will still this will make another couple $100 million for them because people just still dump money into that game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the main point of this. That's the main point of this. People keep dumping millions into this game, and then they just feel like, okay, it's okay to get away with ripping off other, development companies, work. So,
yeah,
Carl, what were you going to say?
Is it imitation is the greatest form of flattery?
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't think they have that much to worry about. I mean, obviously Fortnite is huge, but Fortnite's not going to just suddenly get bigger because of this imposter mode. And everyone knows Among Us now. It's really big on its own. And if you look at those two things, they're going to look completely different. I don't know. And I don't know. Maybe this new Fortnite mode doesn't look like Fortnite anymore. But if it still looks anything like Fortnite, you're not going to confuse these two games. I think Among Us will keep its niche audience for sure.
Yeah. And Among Us has most recently come to consoles too. So,
but this is what they do. I mean, Fortnite was a failure at its launch of being like a tower defense type game, right?
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then they very quickly pivoted to copy the whole battle royale thing, and then all of a sudden they're the biggest guys out there for it. So
yeah.
I don't think they can pull that off twice. I don't think they're going to suddenly take over Among Us's stuff here. But.
Yeah. Okay, so next up, Burly, you're up. So everything announced at Pokemon Presents. So the latest on Pokemon Legends Arceus, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and more. So tell us about what they talked about.
Okay, so yeah, I think it was on Monday we got a little Pokemon Direct. So we got, at the beginning, first part of it, we were shown a little bit of Unite. They're adding some more content, and it's now going to be coming out of beta for phone and heading in full in on phones. So I think it's September 22nd, you can get that for your Android or iOS devices, Pokemon Unite. And if you link the account you have on your Switch from there, you get some extra little bonuses. They've added 2 new playable Pokemon, Mamoswine and Sylveon. And I forgot about this game that they showed more of, which was Pokemon Cafe Mix is getting remixed. So they're adding new stuff to that. So it's your little puzzle game. But the big stuff that they focused more on in here is we got to see a little bit more of the Pokemon Gen 4 remakes of Diamond and Pearl, which are called Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So we got to see a little bit more, and they're showing off the underground stuff. For those that don't know, the whole underground, you could use it to hunt and grab fossils, but also like communicate with people back when the Nintendo DS had the whole Wi-Fi thing.
Okay.
So the Wi-Fi connection. So they were showing off that, and you can customize in there. And now, one of the cool kind of things, I don't know how much, as a Pokemon fan myself, I don't know how much I'm going to do this, but I know this will be a huge thing, is now you can customize your Pokeballs. So when you're going to throw them out or looking in your inventory for your mods, you can have custom Pokeballs. Because you can put stickers and stuff like that. So we got a little bit of that shown off. I'm actually looking forward to this a lot, because Diamond and Pearl was the actual last game I played for a while. I stopped because I started from Gen 1 and then stopped with Diamond and Pearl, but I heard Platinum fixed a lot of things. It wasn't until the Gen 2 remakes where I came back to the series. So I'm curious to go back to Gen 4, see how this remake is. With quality of life updates and stuff that the series has had. And the last game we finally got some more shown off of Pokemon Arceus Legends Arceus. So they're changing up some of the battle mechanics and stuff. This game, like, originally when they showed it off, as cool as it looks, it didn't look like it ran well. But now showing it off, it looks great, and like wild Pokemon are going to attack you if you get too close and stuff. This, I cannot wait. This has been a Pokemon style game I've been waiting for years for them to try something.
Yeah, that's the one I'm waiting for too. Yeah, you definitely want something new out of Pokemon. I mean, the remakes, I mean, that's cool, you know, for the people who want to go back to the gen that they loved in most cases. And, you know, Pokemon Sword and Shield I played it. I enjoyed it only because I hadn't played a Pokemon game in many generations. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, to me, that felt fresh. Yeah, I bought a Switch and I was like, I got to play some Pokemon, right? That's what you get for Switch for. Those type of games.
Yep.
So it felt great to me. I know a lot of people didn't like that one that much. I do have to say, you know, and I assume this is normal for Pokemon, but story-wise, my God, that story is shallow.
Oh God, they've never really had, to be honest, the stories in the Pokemon games, because I've played every mainline entry, one mainline entry every gen, and they are never huge, great stories. Maybe Gen 5 you could count as a good story, but they've never been great stories. But I loved, actually, the second DLC for Sword and Shield. I really loved, because I did that. I streamed that, and because part of that is the whole raid dungeons, and you're playing with random Pokemon you're given. So, and you play that with friends. You can do that with friends or the AI. Do not use the AI. Play with random people It's much better than using the AI. But it was just a lot of fun for me streaming it on Twitch because I had my friends and people in my chat join in, and we're trying to do that and hunt for legendaries. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Legends looks cool. Look, they're adding, like you said, some new aspects to the combat. What was it? There was like, was it like styles, like Swift style or Speed style or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Though that seems interesting. Just another layer to it all is cool. It does need a little bit of a freshening, I'd say. Like playing Pokemon Sword and Shield after not playing Pokemon for a while, I'm like, this is the same thing again.
Yeah. Out there, I have a question for you guys about Pokemon out there in the West. Do most people play it on the Switch? No?
Well, that's all the only place it is, right?
It's
well,
switching
for the mobile versions that are coming, yeah. But because
the mobile.
here in Japan, I would say probably more people would play it on mobile. But, the smaller kids, of course, they're going to have their Switch Lights and their Switches. But, yeah, probably the mobile version would probably sell more. Yeah.
Now, Unite's a MOBA, right?
Yeah.
And then none of the mobile games are the actual core Pokemon RPG.
The only one that's close to that is, was it Masters EX? Which I played that for like an hour and said, why am I just playing stuff on my other Pokemon
I'm assuming
games
that's
on my Switch?
Yeah, it's probably your typical gacha game, right?
It is a little bit of a gotcha, but like, I don't know what it is, but Pokemon and mobile just haven't ever sat to me. Like, they've never clicked. I did play Pokemon Go for a little while, but that's also because I love to walk. So as I'm doing something, I'm walking. I can catch Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got into that a little late, and yeah, it was because of walking. My wife wanted to go on walks, and there was this nice walking trail that we used to take that had a couple Pokestops on it, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I'll keep doing this. I'll keep me occupied during this boring walk.
Yeah.
I'm not the great outdoorsman.
Dan and I used to talk about this a lot. Millions of people out in Akihabara playing Pokemon Go back in the day. But, of course, with coronavirus now, it's like nobody's out there. So. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for that, Burly. Appreciate it. So next up on the list, Skyrim. It's coming again. So Elder Scrolls Skyrim Edition Anniversary Edition has been revealed by Bethesda. And it's out on November 11th. The game will ship on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. And will run on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, Series S via backwards compatibility. There will also be a free next-gen upgrade to those who with a PS5 or Xbox Series X, Series S. But this is coming soon rather than day one. So no details have been released about the upgrade, but presumably it will have enhanced graphics and run at 4K, and you'll be able to go fishing. So, I mean,
seriously, you can't day one have. You've announced that you're going to do this. Sorry, but you're going to put this out, but you can't have it ready for the Series X, and PS5. Like,
yeah,
I didn't buy Skyrim on the PS3. I bought it on the PS4 because I loved Oblivion, and they told me, no, you got to play Skyrim. You got to play Skyrim.
Yeah,
and I bought it for the PS4. I got a decent way through and then just stopped for whatever reason.
Yeah.
That's like,
yeah.
I don't even know what's the purpose of this if it's not PS5, Xbox Series X versions.
The purpose of it is to make more money.
I mean,
well,
sure,
of course.
I mean, to purpose to us, okay,
yeah.
Expat.
Purpose to us. Those that have never played it before now have a chance to play it, I guess. I don't know. That's all I can really say.
If you have Game Pass, you already have the special edition.
Yeah.
What are you getting here? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's what it's just say for fishing. Yeah,
which is a mod, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I believe so.
So, all right. I mean, I don't have a problem. Like, it's not like they're charging extra for it, right? If you already have a version, the special edition. So,
Yeah.
you know, who really cares? Let them do it. It doesn't really matter. And I'm happy for getting next gen, in quotes, current gen now, upgrades for sure. I want those. And they're not charging for that either, which is also great. So
one of the reasons I think they might have been doing this is just a little reason maybe, is that Elder Scrolls 6 is so far off that it's like, okay, let's just put this out. You know, let's just throw it out there for people. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, is there like a strategy to this that's like that we're going to see? I mean, you know, I think it'd be cool if they say, all right, we're going to have a new DLC for this version, like an official, you know, like the big major DLCs, just to add some content to get people a reason to be in this. And then, you know, they're going to have this on PS5 and PS4. And then when the next one comes out and it's exclusive, you know, all those people are going to be like, God damn, I guess I got to get an Xbox because I want to keep playing this game I love with this franchise.
Yeah. Well, like Todd Howard was saying a few years ago, it's like millions of people are playing this game every month. And so we'll just keep bringing new versions of it out as long as people keep buying it. So if you don't want any more new versions of it, don't buy it. So I don't know, but
yeah. You know, actually, you didn't have this in the stories here, but I think it's a good place to talk about it. Is Quake actually coming out?
Yeah, Quake also. Yeah, just came out.
Remasters. Yeah,
on Game Pass. Yep.
Right, but it's also on PlayStation and it's on Switch as well, which I think is interesting. If you see these older games that they're still releasing on other platforms. But again, I think it is that sort of thing where like, hey guys, remember this franchise? You like it. You really like it, don't you? The next one's exclusive. Gotta come over here and get it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Quake, I was watching the video of that, and I think what I really like about that is the lighting. You know, it's an old looking game, but they have nicer, more modern day lighting added to it, and that really adds a lot in my opinion. And I'm not going to play that type of thing, but I could see a lot of people wanting to jump in and just mess around with it.
Yeah, I played it when it first came out back on PC back in the day. Yeah, it was fun to play.
I did too.
Loved it. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, while watching the trailer, I forget how interesting the style of that game is and the creatures. And the idea of a new modern Quake, I think actually is awesome and exciting. Even though I'm not a first-person shooter guy, that might be one that I would want to jump in, especially because Game Pass, I'd just have it. So
yeah,
I'd give it a shot.
So anyway, besides director's cuts, now we have anniversary editions. What are they going to think of next? Oh man,
we need more money edition. I heard that. I've pitched that to EA. I'm just waiting for the check to come. They said the check's in the mail, so you're welcome, everyone.
Yeah,
we're gonna get Metal Gear Solid 5 Kojima cut.
Well, that ain't gonna happen. That's a fight. I people are hoping for that. I hate to burst your bubble, but dream another dream.
He's loving 12 minutes right now. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that. I am happy because I think Snatcher is something that he should go back to. Obviously, that Konami probably owns that IP, but that type of thing from Kojima actually would be really interesting because he's into that whole bizarre storytelling.
Okay, so next up on the list, Carl, we got a big announcement yesterday, my time now, here in Japan. Some Halo news. Why don't you give it to us?
Yes, Halo has been delayed to 2022. No, that's
it should be.
Not that. That would be the reason for everyone to start yelling fire and screaming on the internet. But instead, Instead of that, we have a delay of a couple features.
Yeah.
Which are the co-op play for campaign and the Forge.
Yeah.
And specifically, they're saying that they're going to release these as seasonal content. So season 2 is when they plan to release co-op, and season 3 is when they plan to release Forge.
Mm-hmm.
And they say they're on a 3-month schedule. So we can expect at least that will be what people will be holding them to, is that 3 months from launch, we get co-op, and 3 months from that, afterwards, we get Forge.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know what the Forge is your sort of map creator type thing, but it's more than that. It's like it's one of those advanced, like I can play with the game design sort of in multiplayer.
Yeah.
And yeah, so everyone talking on the internet. It's funny, they dropped this on Friday, and honestly, they were trying to sort of bury it.
Uh-huh.
I think people are still going to go into Monday morning, and that's going to be the lead story on people who are on that sort of schedule, content creators or whoever.
Yeah.
But I think that's sort of what they're trying. They don't want this to be talked about a ton because it's not positive news for sure.
Yeah. Well,
but it's not the, this game is screwed, and how dare they moment for me anyway, because I wasn't going to utilize these features anyway.
Well, if you're a single player type of guy or, gal that's out there, who cares about this? Because, you want to play the single player campaign. You don't care about co-op mode. You don't care about the Forge. You just want to play the single player campaign. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people out there that are just single player, type of gamers that this news doesn't really mean anything to them. So,
yeah, the interesting question is, I guess, what's the value proposition of Halo Infinite as someone who's just buying the game in the store or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's assuming a $60 game. I don't think they've actually announced that, right?
No, they haven't announced it, but I would assume it's going to be 60.
Let me just check, because I can see on websites that I can pre-order. Let me just check.
Yeah. So what are you getting? So if you're looking at it from that aspect, I mean, yeah, okay, these are 2 features that would have been part of that package. So you're getting a little less there.
Yeah.
You will get them eventually. The multiplayer is free. I mean, to what extent, is Forge free? Or is it not? Is that part of the paid package?
I mean, that's a good question.
We don't actually.
I would think Forge would be free as well.
You'd think, but maybe not.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Does any free to play multiplayer game have a thing like Forge that's free?
That's a good question.
I can't answer that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, what are you paying for? You're getting your single player campaign.
Yep.
And I'm guessing you getting some sort of, free to play style, like battle pass sort of content included with the game as
There's
the
still
multiplayer.
But elements of the multiplayer in it, So
yes, but all of that is probably attainable free. Mm-hmm. So it is a bit of a harder sell to say this is, Halo Infinite is worth paying $60 for. I know I wouldn't have paid $60 for it, and I won't. I'm gonna just play it on Game Pass, and it's not exactly. It's not my game.
Yeah.
I like Halo as I'm nostalgic for my old days of Xbox, right?
And that's what a ton of people are probably going to be waiting for. It's going to come to Game Pass. They're going to pick it up there. So
yeah, and I get that there is a lot of nostalgia for the co-op, playing campaign co-op on Halo is a big thing for a lot of people.
Yeah,
I have done it myself, and it's fun.
Yeah,
I can say that I wouldn't play it the first time I play the story that way because I want to actually focus on the story and not messing around with my friends.
Yeah.
And I get the frustration that people have about that. But it's not the end of the world. It's not, in my opinion, will not affect the popularity or success of this game.
Yep.
Those people who are really upset about not being able to play co-op are the people who are going to play this game anyway because if you're super into the campaign co-op of Halo, you're a big Halo fan, I assume.
Yeah.
I want to give my kind of thoughts. Like, this is a red flag for me, because if they're announcing this, what else isn't ready that we're going to find out next month or the month after? Because
you're right. There's been a lot of red flags with Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
This is seeming like you need to just wait and release when the goddamn game is ready. Like, one little mode here and there is fine. Like, I wanted to play the game campaign co-op because I actually do enjoy playing the campaigns co-op. But it's like, and people I know are defending, well, it's on Game Pass, so I don't have to put any money up front. Yeah, I get that argument, but this is still being a giant red flag, and I'm wondering what else is going to happen, what we're going to find out when this game launches. Oh, we're only going to launch with 5 maps. We're going to put the other ones out in the next 7 to 8 months because we weren't ready. It's like...
Yeah, social media right now is really pressuring 343 to try to delay this.
I think you might be right. I could see it launching with a low map count. I don't know what is considered low for Halo. I haven't played a lot of Halo multiplayer in recent years. And yeah, that'll be a big story. People will talk about that if it's not what they expect.
Yeah.
But this is a service game now. See, that's the thing. People hold Halo to this very high standard. It's impossible standard, I think, that a lot of people have it at, which I don't understand why. Like, Halo's a big franchise, but I mean, Halo is been what it is for forever, and it's not. It's like you can't expect it to be the best game ever at this point because Halo is not as popular as it used to be.
Yeah,
and they're trying to do so much with this game, and you got to understand, like, there's so much pressure on them. They're building a new engine. They're building an open world, a single player game. They're building a full featured multiplayer, game. I mean, there's a lot there, and I feel for the developers. It's hard. It's a lot of work, and has it been a long time? And should they have this done at this point? Maybe. I'm not the developer. I don't know how difficult that is. I'm sure it's very difficult. I mean, my knowledge of game design, and especially with COVID delaying all this stuff. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. If you have a great campaign and you have great multiplayer, I don't think any of this matters at the end of the day. People will play. This will come out, and people will have forgotten this happened. By the mid next year.
Yeah. But then again, Carl, one of Burly's predictions from the beginning of the year was that Halo Infinite was going to be delayed. So.
Oh yeah, you're just mad that it's not delayed. That's what it is.
Yeah, no, it's not
he
that.
wants his prediction to come true. So
no, I want to be proven wrong, but this also gets me mad because this starts a bad precedent of we'll just release the game and then we'll wait 3 to 6 months and get it to what you're supposed to be. We had this with Cyberpunk. Right. Now this is happening Halo. That we're not getting this because we're gonna get. I'm putting a bet here. There's gonna be something else this game ain't launching with that we're gonna find out.
I think it's because you had the Coalition and 343 really working to get the single player campaign ready, and because of COVID and all, they put all of their resources, unfortunately, into that. And now, since the single player campaign's about finished, now they got to work on the multiplayer aspects of the game with like Forge and the co-op parts of the game.
Well, co-op's part of campaign. I mean, it's part of the single player side. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you're not playing it single player, but I do see there's got to be extra complications with the open world style versus the way the game used to be and having co-op.
Yeah.
I mean, like how far away can your character walk from from someone else in co-op in this big open world, right?
Yeah, but because all those pressures you were talking about, Carl, I mean, that's probably why they brought the Coalition in to help out, because they really, really wanted to focus on getting this out by the end of this year.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, look, they can't mess up Halo, right?
No.
And if this means that the single player campaign and the multiplayer are great, then this is what they have to do, because Halo as a franchise is going to die if this isn't good, right?
Yep.
I mean, not like completely, right? It'll still exist, but its popularity has waned, and it's sort of that like niche group, like people who love Halo still love Halo, but they're not getting enough new people, and this is what they need to do here.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and last thing, new people are not going to be the ones who care about these two features.
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
Be on there.
Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. So, Burly, it's time for the Burlynator Corner. I'm not going to play that soundbite again. I've already played it once during this episode. So, Burly, you're going to talk about Skyward Sword HD. So, you were streaming that and you completed it. Tell us about it, man.
Yes, I've finally beaten Skyward Sword HD, whereas the last couple of sessions became Frustration Simulator. For anyone that, if you haven't played it, I have enjoyed it. I did try with motion controls. Do not play the game with motion controls. In my opinion, it is not worth the greatest. I've noticed this, and I've seen from other people, because I play with the way my setup and where I'm streaming. If you're not like right in front of your Switch, like a direct straight line, I found it screws up with the controls a little. Because like I played on handheld mode after I had finished the game, and it was reading my inputs a little bit better. But I didn't expect the game to take me as long as it did. It took me over 50 hours to finally finish.
Wow.
And I did some side content. I didn't do it all. Just because some of those mini games, I'm sorry, I do not want to spend 30 to 40 tries trying to get it just to get a piece of heart. I will just avoid it.
Was it worth the money?
No. No, especially here in Canada because it costs $90. No.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, Canada, as great of a country it is, our taxes are high, and video games cost a lot.
Yeah.
So
same with Australia, too.
I'm curious, what's minimum wage in Canada?
I can't even remember what minimum wage is. I think it's like $15 last I checked. Actually, let me just Google this. So
he's like, I gotta know.
Yeah, I got to do my country proud.
All right.
Yeah, right. I know they have taxes are high, but taxes in America are high too.
Yeah.
Of course, we get less for it.
Ours,
same in Japan.
Ours is 13% in my province.
Wow.
So,
now that's on. Are you talking about sales tax?
No, that's just the tax, because you have your GST. They all harmonized it under one tax. So it's HST, the harmonized sales tax. So you pay that on everything.
I have to look that up because I don't know at all what that means. That's very different from what's going on here.
Everything you buy in Canada, you times it by 13%.
I mean, so it is a sales tax. It's
yeah.
That's what we're talking about. But
the minimum wage is $14.35. It's going to that in October 1st. It was 14. It's currently $14.25 for my province in Ontario.
Yeah.
And not that this is relevant. We want to keep going into this.
It is irrelevant just in the sense of that's what the game costs. Like for me, I didn't pay out my own money because what had happened is I'd switched phones, and because I went through Best Buy to switch phones, I got a $200 Best Buy gift card. Mm-hmm. So that paid for that, Game Builder Garage, and Tales of Arise. So it cost me no money.
Okay, Burly, let me rephrase the question then. those people that played Skyward Sword on the Wii, and then they played it now on the Switch, was it worth it?
I don't think so. I like there are elements I like. Like I do like the story and them fleshing out the lore and the whole lore of creating the Master Sword. That stuff is great. But if you really want to get into that, you can watch YouTube videos. This is a Zelda game, and I like the series a lot. I don't think you have to honestly go out and play this. Or if you're going to play it, just emulate it.
How different is this Zelda? Because I don't know a lot about this one. It looks different. Is it like, my understanding of Zeldas are typically, you got your old style, the Link to the Past, and then you got your N64 era, Ocarina of Time, and then now you've got, of course, the new, Breath of the Wild style, but there's always like an overworld, and then maybe there's dungeons, and then there's, gear and things that you get that lets you do access new areas.
Yeah. This is more it's like your traditional, like your Ocarina of Time and all that, your open world Zelda and your open world.
Okay.
But the whole thing with this is they're heavily going on the combat. If you were playing on the Wii, you had to do motion controls to do your slashes and all that with your sword. If you're playing on the Switch, you could do it by motion, or you have to use the right thumbstick and do the 8 directions for the slashes.
Yeah.
So
Twilight Princess was the last Zelda I played. And I can tell you, I played on Wii, and I had they made you use the waggle to do certain things, and I was like, oh, no. I'm not.
If
into
that. If you thought that was bad, play Skyward Sword. You'll go, oh God. Like, I know my one friend loves it, and I'm sorry, but I had more problems with the controls than I should have.
Yeah, I saw you struggling with those controls during your stream on the final boss.
Yeah, and that's how many sessions I did. Like, I did like 13 sessions of that game.
Jeez.
So that, I was struggling with the controls till the end. Like, my one buddy's like, well, I had no problems. And he's like, hope you don't judge the game badly. I was like, yeah, but I can understand, because he was playing some of it in handheld mode. And the way his TV and setup was, it worked better if you play it that way than the way I have to play it for me streaming. Because I have my console at a different part of the living room. And going through my capture card to where my computer is and where I sit and everything.
Yeah.
I can't easily do that without screwing the quality of my stream.
Right.
Yeah, I hope Twitch paid you well for that one.
That was not a high paying thing, but I don't do Twitch for the money.
Yeah.
I do it for the fun conversation.
Right. If it comes, right, Burly? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do it for the drugs.
The spiritual opium, right?
Yes, there it is.
I was yes.
That's how they pay people now on Twitch, in spiritual opium.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Spiritual opium, cocaine, and promises that'll never come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Mixer affiliate. We get paid well. We have good benefits.
Is the benefit that we won't get harassed because there's no one there?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so thanks, Burly, for the Burlynator Corner on Skyward Sword this week. So, next up is our topic of the show. So, of course, we had E3 last month, and we did our predictions for that. So, we're going to be doing our predictions for Gamescom. The Gamescom's going to be pretty light this year. But before we go into our predictions of what we think might happen or what we want to see, I want to tell all of you out there about our coverage for Gamescom 2021, the digital event dates and times. Gamescom 2021 Xbox stream will be on Tuesday, August 24th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time for you, Carl and Burly, and 6 p.m. CET. And for me here in Japan, Wednesday, August 25th at 2 a.m. So for all of us out here in Japan at 2 a.m. And also Jeff Keighley's Gamescom opening night live, which will be a live 2-hour showcase on Wednesday, August 25th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. CET, and Thursday, the 26th at 3 a.m. out here in Japan. So I will be covering those events, and Burly, I know that you'll be working at that time, so you'll be in the chat, probably helping us out.
Yep, I will definitely be in the Twitch chat, moderating again, giving my thoughts.
Yep. And of course, for Carl to be determined if he'll be helping with that.
I'll be home.
Yeah.
Holding a baby, probably.
Cool. So you can help us with that.
So yeah. I can have my phone in one hand, and the baby in another. I do it a lot.
Well, I was going to say you could put the webcam and we get the baby's reactions to this stuff.
Yeah.
And if you want, now, I mean, I don't know if she's going to be happy sitting in this chair with me.
Well, let's see. When the EA stuff goes on, if she cries.
So if the Halo release date comes out, she'll give out one of those screams, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Halo fan for life.
Okay, so let's get into some of our predictions. I mean, it doesn't have to be a prediction of, okay, I think this new game's going to come out or whatnot, but like what you think we might see more of that we saw at E3, or, some elements of the games that they might show off again. My first prediction is during Jeff Keighley's opening night live, and this just came out the other day, they're going to be showing more information about Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker saga. I think we're going to get a release date now for that game. It's been long enough. I thought this game would have been released already, but I think we're going to get a release date during the opening night live, and I'm thinking maybe October. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Skywalker Saga. It should come out this year, man.
You don't think they'll just go May 4th, 2022?
No, I think it's either going to be October or it could be a stealth release right after the show. I don't see why this would not be ready yet.
But they had to let the fans cool off because a lot of people weren't happy with the Skywalker saga or the new trilogy.
Yeah.
So give it some time. We'll release it eventually when people have come around to it.
Yeah.
Well, we've
8
been busy making the Mandalorian DLC that will sell you later for $40.
That should have been something they had ready to go now. Right?
Yeah. Or they're probably going to add it later, some kind of extra content or something like that.
Yeah. Man, Star
I'm
Wars
excited
stuff.
for that. I'm excited because I love to play the Lego games. So, yeah, should be fun. Because they've never come out with content for 8 and 9. They only came out with The Force Awakens.
Hey, that's the best one. So,
I was going to say, they only came out with content for the good one?
Yeah.
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 I'm shocked.
Okay.
I started rewatching the Rise of Skywalker for the first time ever recently.
Yeah.
And
wow.
I wouldn't say I disliked that movie, but as I'm watching it again, it's very much a cartoon. Like the way the action plays out is kind of cartoonish. There doesn't seem to be like stakes, and characters are kind of like thrown around a lot in ways that are like, or doing things in ways, and I'm like, there doesn't seem to be any danger here. Maybe that's early on in the film. Yeah, and the writing seems to be sort of kind of more simple, like something you'd see in an animated feature. It's not terrible, but it's just very like safe.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Gamescom, right?
Yep. So, Burly, you're next. What's your first prediction?
My first prediction. These I struggled with. I'm not gonna lie. But my first one, we're going to get a little bit, because if you noticed, Sega had that event a while ago, the little Sonic event, and they showed they just showed basically almost like a logo for the next Sonic game. I think we'll get a little bit on that. Okay. Whether or not we actually get an actual trailer, or we just get a title screen with the game name.
Okay. Okay. Carl, what about you? Your first prediction?
Well, okay. I wanna start and just say that if I sent you the tweet from Aaron Greenberg about how he's setting expectations, and I feel like this applies to most things, even Jeff Keighley's show.
Yeah.
Because COVID again, like I think developers are just not wanting to show off a lot of work, because doing these events, right, is more work.
Yeah.
Getting something ready for these events is more work, and they're already behind. So yeah, I don't expect a lot. I mean, he said no new reveals or major surprises, and it's going to be focused on updates for games coming this year.
Okay.
That's the Xbox side.
Yeah.
That said, the first thing that came to mind when I read that was the Gunk.
Oh yeah.
If you remember that game that they showed a while back.
Yeah.
And it's not really a prediction anymore, because it has been said since I've had that thought that it's going to be there, and we're going to hear more.
Yeah.
So I guess I got that one right. No, I'm excited to see more of that game. It could be good. I mean, it's going to be Game Pass, so I'll try it. I mean, it looks like a fun type of indie thing.
Yeah. Speaking of Game Pass, my second prediction, we're going to see some Hellblade 2, I think. Even though it'll be just a very small snippet of something, but we might even get a release window for it. I don't know.
I wish, man. That's like pray to the gods. That's going to happen. But
yeah.
I think that'll be again at what do you call it? The Game Awards. I think that's where they're going to do that.
Okay, that's a possibility too. But if not, maybe Gamescom. But you're probably right. But I'm just throwing it out there. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see some kind of release window, like 2022 or something like that. Possibly during Jeff Keighley's show. Who knows? Maybe he might come out and start freaking out like he did for Elden Ring and say, "Here's Hellblade, it's coming."
That was funny. It really was, but I mean, at least he is enthusiastic about the industry. That's nice.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jeff Keighley, he's great producer of shows and he's a great guy, but yeah, I think he's more enthusiastic about his friendship with Kojima than anything else. But yeah, but yeah, I'd love to see him do something like that on stage at the very end. It's like, we've got this one for you. This one more thing. But I don't know. Burly, you're next.
All right, my next one is a Ubisoft prediction. So
Skull and Bones has been canceled.
No. Well, no, this one actually. Remember at the end of their event what they ended with? Avatar.
Oh yeah.
I think we're actually going to see a little bit of stuff on that, just to try and remind people, hey, we are working on this. There is the Avatar game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'll get not much on it, but I think we'll get a couple minutes on it.
Okay. Carl, what's next?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
We'll definitely. Yeah, I think we'll see more of that again at Keighley's show for sure.
Is it coming in January?
Yeah, I think it's still coming in January.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's why they're going to show it again.
I don't know. It's got to get delayed. I've got a Twitch sub bet on this. I got money riding that it's getting delayed.
Oh, yeah. You got a lot on it?
Yeah, about $40. So
$40. All right.
Wow.
That's something. Yeah, I mean, they got to show more of this game. And there's so much hype around it. Like, that's something that Keeley's going to want for his show for sure. He would, that he has that much power to push for it. But if he was begging for anything to be at this show, that's the one.
Okay. My next prediction, we will see nothing from PlayStation. And maybe right after Gamescom, we're probably going to get another state of play. So I think, PlayStation just, they're not ready to show anything so much right now. So, I mean, it's possible at Keeley's event, we might get something, but I don't know. I think they're keeping a lot of stuff under wraps right now, especially with Horizon Forbidden West being delayed. God of War
hasn't.
What's that?
Sony hasn't actually officially said that yet, which I'm not saying that's not still true, but I am surprised.
Yeah. Well, most likely though. And God of War is nowhere near ready. It's not coming this year.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm not sure it's coming next year.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think, they will be very silent at Gamescom. You probably won't hear anything from PlayStation.
We'll get more Kena Bridge of Spirits.
I agree that they're not going to go to Gamescom. Probably about 2 weeks after, or a week or two after, I could see them do a state of play. State of play, they're going to push Kena and a little bit of Deathloop, because if they do it around that time, Deathloop will be coming, and Kena, I think it's at the end of September.
Yeah.
So they're going to really want to push those two things, and then I think we'd get, like you're saying, we'll get the announcement of Horizon. Because it's still so odd that this has been weeks now, and they still have not. Sony hasn't just said anything. Just tell us. There's no you're gonna get people that get mad and upset, but the majority of people will be like, "Okay, the game's not ready to come out. Okay, I'll wait till it's ready to come out."
I don't think. I think maybe a couple of weeks after, because Kena and Deathloop are in September, right? So I'd say maybe a week or two after Gamescom, we'll probably get that state of play. So, Burly, do you have another prediction? Anything?
Yeah, I have another prediction. You took my PlayStation one.
Sorry.
It's okay. This one's not my not so much for a prediction, but is most likely going to happen during the Xbox event. We're gonna get a 5-10 minutes of Halo Infinite for the campaign. Maybe not now after seeing the whole backlash of no co-op campaign online. But I feel they're gonna try and push Halo Infinite and give you a release date during Gamescom.
I see.
Say we're gonna launch whatever date in November. Because I think we're all in kind of agreement that if they're going to launch it this year, it'll be November.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still saying November 10th. Yeah.
But that's too close to Call of Duty now.
Yeah.
Which was what, the 5th? I believe?
15th.
Yeah.
No. Call of Duty is the 5th, I think.
Or does Microsoft have big balls and go November 19th and try and take on Pokemon? Nintendo.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
They probably lose that battle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so far
sales wise, not player base. But
so far we don't have any Nintendo announcements during Gamescom, I don't think. Nothing yet.
Yeah, they've said that. I don't think they were at the last one either.
Yeah. They're waiting for TGS. Tokyo Game Show next month. We'll be covering it. And it will be at a normal time for me.
For you, it'll be like 1 a.m. for me and Carl.
Yeah, it's about time you guys have to experience what I have to go through over here during Gamescom and E3. Yeah. So. Yeah, Nintendo will definitely be at TGS. So, yeah.
I'd be shocked if they wouldn't.
Yeah, man. And I wouldn't be surprised if PlayStation has some announcements there too. So for the Japanese side of games.
Yeah.
Square Enix, right? They'll be there. They're always there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where you'll get your little Dragon Quest 11, not Dragon Quest 11, Dragon Quest 12, Dragon Quest 3 remake stuff.
Yep.
And maybe FF16?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, please.
Probably that.
I want to see more of that. I am intrigued.
Yeah. And then whatever they've got going on with the Final Fantasy VII.
Part 2 now?
Yeah, part 2. We'll probably show more of that. Yeah. Carl, do you have anything else?
Yeah. Okay. There's going to be some Game Pass game announcement, right? Some significant games. And I have 3 that I think are good choices, and I hope that they happen. Judgment, right? Your favorite.
Lost Judgment. Yep.
Yeah, not Lost Judgment, but Judgment, the first one.
Right.
Is not on Game Pass yet.
So you think it's coming?
I think that could be an announcement that we see there.
Okay.
And then Disco Elysium.
Okay.
Oh, that
which
it was on PC and then it came to console on PlayStation, right? Yeah.
Right. And they did announce and they said it is also coming to Xbox, but it hasn't come yet. And it would make sense to do it now a Game Pass launch for that.
That would be awesome.
And I think it's still supposed to come this year. So that would be great. And then the last one is the dream one, which would be Persona 4 or 5 or both.
When do you think they're going to announce Persona 6?
Isn't there some sort of anniversary thing or something that they're supposed to do announcements for?
But that's for 5, I think. 4 and 5 or something.
They had done their little anniversary thing, if I'm not mistaken. That gave you it gave you a small tease of 6. It was basically the same kind of thing Square did with Dragon Quest.
I see.
Where it was a Japanese event where you got little stuff for the West.
I see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the cadence is on the releases for this game. So Persona 5, and then they did Royal, and then how many years do they normally take on this on a major entry in this?
About 10.
So then I guess we're not seeing it, huh?
Yeah, for a while. Well, 5 came out? A few years after the PS4 came out, right? 2017?
2016. 2016 for the base version of Persona 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is 2016.
Yeah.
That was released for PS3 and PS4.
Right.
Wow.
So we're halfway there, man.
And Persona 4, I think, came out on the PS2. Yeah, 2008 for the PS2.
Yeah.
You're telling me Xbox can't get a PS3 game? God damn.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't know, man. We're getting into GTA territory when it comes to releases with Persona.
GTA, oh.
Well, speaking of GTA,
that big of a difference, right? What's Persona? Well, yeah, Persona 4 is probably a long time before that, right?
Yeah.
Good Lord. Let me see.
Speaking of GTA, because there are the rumors. Do you think we're going to get this announced at Gamescom? Because there is the rumors that this will either come out late this year, like October, November, or next year. The remastered trilogy of 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. And it's apparently going to come to Switch and everything.
It's a possibility, yes.
I'm skeptical that thing's actually real. There was that talk that people were saying it could be on Unreal Engine, and that doesn't make sense because that's a lot of work, right? Yeah. I would assume to put those games on, unless they've been working on this for a long time in secret, and then I mean those games are popular and they should be re-released in some aspect or some form.
Yeah.
All right, Persona 4. Original Persona 4, right? Vanilla.
Yep.
2008.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're like 8
Golden.
years.
Yeah, because I know
2012.
Golden. I played Golden on the Vita.
Yeah.
So.
2012.
Yeah.
So Oh my god, 8 years between like the core version of that game.
Yeah.
But I think that will be different now because this is a franchise that has way more popularity at this point than 8 years ago, or actually much more than 8 years ago now when 4 came out. Yeah.
Last question here. Oh, go ahead, Carl. You're gonna say.
I was just gonna take a dig at GTA.
Go ahead.
Don't worry. No, I don't have to be negative. It's fine.
Okay. One last question for you guys. Do you think we're going to see more of Starfield at Gamescom?
No.
That game's way too. It's as you and I said when we did the E3 event for them. That game's way too early to show really anything of significance.
But you don't think we'll see any kind of like developmental reports on it or anything?
Well, I could see them talking to developers and saying, this is such an ambitious project. With Starfield, we're going to do stuff we haven't done before and other people haven't done in the industry, man. We're going to get that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think you're going to get anything substantial.
Okay.
I will take Aaron Greenberg at his word. And we're not going to see anything from Xbox that isn't this year.
Yeah. Well, then again, there's Keeley's event. So there could be some kind of stealth information about something or some other, like you were saying, Carl, some Game Pass stuff or whatnot. We'll see.
Yeah, but that'll be all this year, the Game Pass stuff, right?
Yeah. Okay. So that was our topic of the show, talking about Gamescom. So now let's move on to our new game releases for the week of August 23rd through the 30th, I think, yeah? Or 29th, I'm sorry. August 23rd through 29th. So I will start with the first game. It's called Fling to the Finish. So it's coming out on PC on the 23rd. In Fling to the Finish, teams of 2 players race through colorful, chaotic obstacle courses while tethered by a stretchy elastic rope. When you and your friends first pick up the game, your rope will get tangled in practically everything you pass. But as you quickly improve your communication skills, you'll learn that the rope is your biggest asset. So action, adventure, indie, racing, single player. So comes out on PC on the 23rd. Okay. Burly, what's up next?
I'm going to butcher how you pronounce this. Hoa?
Hoa.
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 Hoa. Yes. Hoa is a platform adventure game featuring the beautiful hand-painted art and calm and relaxing atmosphere. The game follows the main character, Hoa, as she discovers her own story, a journey through a breathtaking, magical world back to her homeland. It's coming out Tuesday, August 24th. It's coming to PC, PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox One, and the Xbox Series.
You know what's interesting about this? When you look at the artwork, on the page here, this reminds me a lot of Omnu's artwork, especially the lettering. Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, I get that. It does. Looking for the screenshots they have up there, it looks beautiful.
Cool. All right.
You just reminded me. Hades. No, but none of us played Hades, I guess.
I played some of it, a little bit.
Okay.
So far, yeah.
I haven't yet. So
yeah,
you just said I don't know. I'm like, oh yeah, Game Pass game, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I played like the first hour or so, but then I got sidetracked with the other games. So I'll get back to it, though. Okay, Carl, you're up next. What's next on the list?
Wait, do I have this list? Oh, I do. I can click on it. Good Lord. I didn't know this was happening. I wasn't prepared.
Oh.
Not to dock my salary.
Yeah.
This is painful. Hades, I'm gonna play it. Yeah, eventually.
So
it looks cool.
King's Bounty. Yeah.
Go ahead. It's taking too long.
Okay. All right. King's Bounty 2 So comes out for PC, PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox One, and the Series X and Series S on August 24th. The King's Bounty turn-based tactics series. There you go, Carl. Turn-based tactics returns with King's Bounty 2. In addition to the tactical depth fans expect from its combat, immerse yourself in the fantasy world of Antara with a whole new non-linear narrative and deep RPG mechanics that give weight to your every decision. So that comes out next on the 24th, on Tuesday. Okay.
There it is, King's Mountain. Hey, that's Game Pass. I mean, sorry, Game Pass. I keep saying Gamescom, okay?
Gamescom, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's right, Game Pass. Carl, you want to do the next one? Can you do that?
Then also August 24th is Aliens Fireteam Elite.
Yay! I did a video for this on the YouTube channel, Expat2020 Gaming. Go check that out. Release preview video. Yes.
Set in the iconic Alien universe, Aliens Fireteam Elite is a cooperative third-person survival shooter that drops your fire team of hardened Marines into a desperate fight to contain the evolving xenomorph threat. Face off against waves of terrifying xenomorph and Weyland-Yutani synthetic foes, alongside 2 players or AI teammates, as you and your fire team desperately fight your way through 4 unique campaigns that introduce new storylines to the Alien universe. Create and customize your own colonial marine, choosing from an extensive variety of classes, weapons, gear, and perks, battling overwhelming odds in this heart-pounding survival shooter experience.
I just love how they write some of these up. Man, it's great.
It's hard for me to get through that at the end because in my head I'm like, it's aliens and it's just aliens. Like, is that is this a franchise that, I mean, I know people love Aliens as a franchise, but man, like, they keep trying to make an Aliens game work, and I don't know.
Okay, Burly, you're up next. What's next?
Next up is I Expect You to Die 2, Spy and the Liar. The elite super spy we've been waiting for. The popular Escape the Room virtual reality franchise is back with new missions, more villains, and ingenious puzzles. Coming out Tuesday, August 24th. We actually saw this game running during E3.
Yep.
I can't remember whose conference we saw this at.
I think it was Keeley's event. I'm not sure. But
It might have been Keeley's event, but I do remember seeing it. It looks interesting, but I don't have VR, so I can't play it.
Yeah. Okay. Next up on the list, Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2. So coming to PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and the Series X, Series S. So Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 is a modern warfare shooter with the story set in the Middle East. You play as a Reaper, contract sniper assassin, in a dramatic single-player campaign featuring extreme long-range shots. So yeah, I played Sniper Ghost Warrior and Ghost Warrior 2, so this might be interesting. Yeah. Because in real life, I do have a sniper's license.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. My father, as a hobby, he used to reload bullets. And so in our garage, and I used to help him, and we used to go to the shooting ranges every weekend and shot 9mm, 357 Magnum, and sniper rifles, 270 Winchester. Yeah, so fun stuff. Target shooting. But anyway, so yeah. So coming out on the 24th. Yep. What were you going to say, Carl?
I will read the next one.
Yep, go for it.
I forgot the platforms for Alien is everything. So yeah, that's except for Switch, I think. But
yeah.
Okay, August 25th, Darker Skies. This is coming to all platforms. The war is over, but the effects linger. Take control of Jack, a survivor of the War of the Worlds, trying to rebuild a working heat ray to blow his way to freedom and light the spark that will rebuild civilization. Okay. It says it's an action adventure game. I don't know what this is. So
Okay.
let's
Okay.
I guess I'll do the next one.
Yeah, go for it, Burly.
Phenotopia: The Awakening. This is coming to Mac. Why are things coming to Mac? We need to die. PC, PS4, Switch, and Xbox One. Embark on a grand adventure, Phenotopia, action-adventure puzzle platformer inspired by the great classics. Meet charming townsfolk, brave the dungeon, and thwart evil in your quest to save your family. I must say, the art style for while you're in the menu for your character, the first one they show you in the screenshots there, I like the art style there. The other part when you're overall, I'm guessing as you're traversing on the map, that's very reminiscent to other games from that style.
Cool. Okay,
Hey,
up next.
I'm watching the trailer for Darker Skies. It looks kind of cool. It's a third person, so like shootery, dark, hard-looking themed. I think is it literally like they said War of the Worlds, but like literally the War of the Worlds like IP. Like it looks like it. I see the big walker thing.
No, it seems like it. Yeah. Okay, next up, this is a big one coming, and it's coming to Game Pass. Psychonauts 2, and it's also coming to Linux, Mac, PC, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Series S. So in Psychonauts 2, Raz realizes his dream and visits Psychonauts headquarters. However, when he gets there, he finds it's not the perfect place he expected and quickly realizes that the Psychonauts need him more than he needs them. Psychonauts 2 will feature a new hub world inside Psychonauts HQ. You'll access new mental worlds as Raz peeks inside the minds of a host of new characters who need his help to combat their inner demons and unravel their deep-seated emotional issues. Raz will hone his secret agent PSI abilities and learn new ones too, using them to solve mysteries and uncover evil plots. So yeah, it comes out on the 25th on Wednesday. So yeah, looking forward to that one. Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That's
I enjoyed the first one. I got to play it a few weeks back thanks to Game Pass. It was nice. I'm glad I got to experience it, and it's nice being Game Pass. I can play this one day one.
Yep. Carl, are you excited for Psychonauts 2? Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna try it. I don't know that it's gonna be my type of game.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about it next week. Yeah. So see how it goes.
I want to hear that Jack Black song. Remember that? Yeah. It's a while back.
Yeah. Okay, Carl, you're up next. What's up?
Okay, I like this name a lot. Mextermination Force. Okay, that's
Extermination
25th.
Force. Yeah.
It is PC, PS4, Switch, Xbox One. Battle against massive bosses. Jump and climb onto them to find their weak spots and blow them to kingdom come. In this action-packed platforming boss rush from the creator of the Gunman Clive series. When the Megamechs have taken control of the world, one small group of brave soldiers are still fighting for humanity's independence. Join them and lead the charge against the mechanical menace. Get powerful weapons and upgrades. Use the magnet gloves to climb on top of robots the size of skyscrapers. Double jump over pools of lava with the booster boots. And use your trusty baseball bat to smash the Megamech's energy cores. Take on the massive bosses alone or together with a friend in local co-op.
Sounds a little bit like Gundam.
Yeah. Thrown for a loop with that baseball bat there.
Cool.
Don't you know baseball bats are how you take down giant mechs?
Yeah. I hope they're at least like vibranium baseball bats.
Like the one in Yakuza 7, right, Carl?
Oh yeah, like the magic sort of hero baseball bat. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, sword in the stone, actually sword in the pavement speaking.
Yeah. Okay, Burly, you're up next. What's up?
We got next Murder Mystery Machine.
Ooh.
From this title, we're going to be killing the people that killed the Scooby-Doo people. Just because. It's coming to PC, PS4, Switch, Xbox One, coming out Wednesday, August 25th. And Murder Mystery Machine, you join the DCA, the District Crime Agency. Your mission consists in helping detectives Cassandra Clark, the young recruit, and Nate Houston, the experienced inspector, to solve numerous cases. It all begins when a politician, Frank Daniels, is found dead in what looks like a burglary. Our two heroes will soon find themselves involved in a series of complex and interconnected crimes. Will you be up to the challenge and uncover the truth? You will have to investigate multiple crime scenes, putting your analytical and deduction skills to the test. Collect clues, connect evidence, interrogate suspects, and find out who the culprits are.
Cool. All right, next up on the list, Mask of Mists. Comes out for PC, PS4, Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series X on the 25th. Mask of Mists is an action-adventure game in a first-person view, which you are immersed in exploring the world full of magic and dangers. So, another magical adventure coming out on the 25th.
Okay. Wow, that had the shortest description of them all.
Oh, this next one's even shorter. I'm happy.
Cool. Go for it, Carl. What's next?
Which gives me a minute to update something. Okay. Yeah. I like this website a lot. There's a lot going on here, though. Mm-hmm. You got to look, when you click on it, the release dates. Extermination Force is already out on PC, PS4, and Switch.
Right.
It is coming to Xbox One on the 25th.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
Important note. Cool. Islanders. And this is console edition. Islanders is a minimalist strategy game about building cities on colorful islands. That's it. I'm not just stopping. That's it.
Yeah. Cool.
August 25th for PS4 and PS5. Oh. And I don't know why. Oh, no. Okay. Xbox One, Series X.
Okay.
It's already on Switch, apparently, on the 11th.
Oh, okay. So from Switch to the other consoles. Yeah. Right, next up, Burly.
Oh, keeping the tradition of the last couple of weeks, I'm getting a simulator game again.
Yay!
Hotel Life, a resort simulator. It's coming to PC, PS4, Switch, Xbox One, and the Xbox Series. You're the manager of a hotel in an idyllic location. Build and develop your hotel while creating unforgettable memories for your guests through expert management and by offering exceptional entertainment. It's coming Thursday, August 26th to everything except the PC. PC is not coming out till January of 2022. It's like, I would have thought it would have been PC first and console later, but...
Okay. Next up on the list, Myst. I don't know if you guys ever played Myst before, a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On PC, yeah. So it comes for Mac, PC, and Xbox One, and it'll be coming to the Series X as well on the 26th, Thursday the 26th. Too. Yeah, on Game Pass, that's right. Welcome to Myst, a starkly beautiful island, eerily tinged with mystery and shrouded in intrigue. Journey to Myst Island and other stunning, long, dormant locations called Ages, and begin to unravel the mystery you have been thrust into. As you learn what happened on the island, you will find that you are playing a key role in an epic story whose ending has not yet been written. Explore deeper connections in these stunning and surreal ages. Uncover a story of ruthless family betrayal and make choices that will affect both you and the world of Myst itself. Cayenne, the indie studio that created the beloved classic, has reimagined Myst, built from the ground up to play both in virtual reality as well as traditional flat-screen displays. Myst is teeming with new art, new sound, reimagined interactions, and even optional puzzle randomization. Finally, The highly anticipated Myst 2D virtual reality experience has arrived. Now you can explore the ages of Myst in a new dimension. So yeah. I don't know how this will play in VR. I'm kind of intrigued by that. But
be interesting to try it in VR.
Yeah, definitely. So all right, Carl, what's next?
We have Inked, A Tale of Love. Coming to what's already on PC, coming to PS4, Switch, Xbox One on the 27th. It is Inked, A Tale of Love is an epic tale of love and hope. This heartwarming and enchanting story is set to an original soundtrack that perfectly scores this touching romance. Everything falls apart when a sudden change to the world shifts the story, taking the nameless hero on a quest in a vast landscape filled with puzzles to find his lost love. Each puzzle takes him closer to her, unraveling a journey that entwines the artist and the nameless hero. Together they embark on an adventure that will forever change them both.
Yeah, the art style looks pretty cool here, too. So
yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Cool. All right, Burly, what's next?
All right, what's next is Baldo the Guardian Owls. This is coming out to PC, PS4, Switch, and Xbox One on Friday, August 27th. The prophecy is coming true. A pure-hearted child has been born. The no-heart creature sealed in the underworld by the wise owls is destined to rise again. That's all you get for a description. And they're showing for images, they have images back from 2017 to 2018 of the game. Looks interesting.
Okay. Next up on the list, Tormented Souls. So PS4 is to be announced. It's confirmed for PS4, but it's coming to PS5 on August 27th, as well as on PC. And it will be coming to the Xbox One and Series X as well. It says on the 27th. Survival horror inspired by the original Resident Evil and Alone in the Dark series. With a fresh twist on the fixed perspective adventure, Tormented Souls modernizes for a new generation. As Caroline Walker investigates the mysterious disappearance of twin girls in a terrifying mansion. So yeah, it's coming out. So another game, Burly, you can pick up on PS5, yeah?
Yeah, it looks like a Resident Evil type of game. And
Yeah.
to be honest, the visuals are pretty good. I was just watching the trailer. Maybe people should be paying attention to this instead of Abandoned. I don't understand. Look, I'm looking at that. I'm like, hey, look, that's a real game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully this
Shot
doesn't
at
crash.
Abandoned there, Carl. Yeah. That's
Hopefully this doesn't
you gotta
crash and
get
give
'em
me
in.
images.
Yep.
Yeah.
Issues like RE8 did.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So,
All right.
Carl, you're up next. Yeah.
Still going here. All right.
A few more.
Space Station Sprint. And we've got this on PC, Xbox One on August 27th. Infiltrate each space station and complete your objective before your escape ship is spotted by the enemy. Sprint your way to find the quickest path to the objective and space jump back to your escape ship. Use your slide, grenade, shockwave, and slow motion ability to increase your chance to survive. Find permanent upgrades, time bonuses, collectibles, and secrets throughout each space station. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
First person, I believe. Yep.
First person.
First person.
Burly, what's up next?
We got No More Heroes 3 coming only to the Switch Friday, August 27th. Taking place 10 years after the original No More Heroes, No More Hero 3 falls Travis touchdown as he returns to his former home, sent to destroy. There he encounters a huge artificial metropolis floating in the sea, a mysterious flying object high above the city. What crazy, dangerous assassins will he have to face in this strange new world?
All right. Okay, so that does it for the new game releases. Yeah, big list as usual.
Is that a Burly game?
Yeah, Burly, is that a game for you, man? On Switch?
I've actually never played any of the No More Hero games. I've heard so many good things. I've just never played any of them. Have either of you?
No, not me.
Nothing.
Yeah. So I guess for me this week, I would probably have to say Psychonauts 2 is the biggest game for me. Carl, how about you?
Oh, it's probably Mechtermination Force.
Yeah.
I'll play Psychonauts 2. I'll give that a
yeah.
shot.
Burly? Psychonauts 2, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. We're all in.
Check out King's Bounty, man. You said that it's turn-based tactical. I gotta see.
Yeah. You should check that out. Yeah.
It's way more tactical than I want.
All right.
This is your PC turn-based tactical.
Yeah.
No one gonna pick up Hotel Life Simulator? No.
That's something Dan would probably pick up. Yeah. Definitely.
You probably don't remember. There was like some weird showcase of games last year, and they had Idle Manager was shown.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "This is a weird idea." For some reason, I kind of want to play that. I feel like that'd be a good game to stream.
Yeah.
Just because it sounds just so much absurdity is going to happen in that.
What kind of simulator game would you guys want to make? If you were going to create a simulator game, what would it be?
That's a really hard question.
Yeah.
Rich Man Simulator. You just have infinite money and you just buy and do whatever dreams you have. And you can do whatever you want and get away with it because you're rich, so you can just pay people off and commit crimes.
Okay.
I don't have a dark sense of the world at all, do I?
That made me think of what I want. It would be like Politician Simulator.
Oh, okay.
They actually had a campaign sort of simulator game many years ago, like a presidential campaign simulator.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be if they try to do like a more in-depth take of like a politician coming up through his career, like starting on like the local level, becomes like a mayor or some other sort of lower position, and then works his way up. You can get all the way to becoming the president, and you got to lie, cheat, and steal your way to the top. You could try to do it, the good way, but it's much, much, much harder. Almost impossible, let's say.
Yeah, for me, because I'm in education, it would be like an education simulator. So like, bringing up different methods of teaching and see how it influences the children. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you do when one of your students tries to bribe you to give him a passing grade?
Kick him out.
Improve their brain.
Boot.
Or the parents come to you and be like, I really think he should be doing better. He needs this for his entrance to this high society university we ought to get in because all we care about is appearances.
Well, then I would tell him find a different type of school that goes along those lines. Then, okay.
Can you accept an apple? Is that an acceptable offer?
Maybe. Okay.
Make it a bag of chips.
Yeah. All
Game
right.
Pass subscription.
Yeah, there you go. Game
yes.
Pass subscription. Yeah, or some type of Switch Online type of thing or whatever. Yeah, subscription service. Yeah, definitely not PlayStation Plus until they change it. Right. Yeah. Okay. So now I want to make one of the announcements that I was talking about at the beginning of the show. Of course, our Patreon, I talked about, we're going to be going from some of our content being exclusive to in early access. And now I want to introduce and talk about one of our newest shows that we're going to be starting today. And it's going to be going up in early access on Patreon. It should be coming out on Monday for all of you listeners. to our YouTube channel, the Arena Citadel, and it's called The Marvelous Marvel Discussion Arena. So where we're going to be talking about, all things Marvel. In the first episode, we're going to be recording, actually after this show today, we're going to be recording about episodes 1 and 2 of Marvel's What If. So hope you can, come and check that out. It's going to be in early access for the first 2 days on Patreon at patreon.com/thearena_podcast. And then it will go to the Arena Citadel YouTube channel after the first 2 days. So hope you get a chance to check that out. So I will be hosting that show along with Turn-Based Carl and Burly of BurlyMenGaming here. So we're really looking forward to talking about all things Marvel. So and the MCU. So looking forward to that. So I hope you guys can check
my
it out.
face. I'll be there.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's going to be in video format. So video, and then of course we'll be throwing in some, some images and all that stuff as we discuss the episodes and things like that. It should be real cool. So hope you can check that out.
I might have some Easter eggs in the background, like Bill Spencer style.
Yeah, and and we'll be talking about other Marvel news as well during the shows. So hope you can check it out. All right, so before we conclude the episode, I want to let everyone know where you can find me on social media. You can find my YouTube channels for gaming content at youtube.com/Expat2020 Gaming and at Expat2020.live, as well as the podcast channel for gaming, entertainment, and pop culture at youtube.com/The Arena Citadel. And that's where the Marvel show will be going to. So my other social media links to Twitter, Instagram, the Arena Podcast Discord server, and the podcast website are at Linktree. It's at linktr.ee/Expat2020. I'm also a live streamer and a Twitch affiliate on twitch.tv/Expat2020, where I do occasional gaming live streams like I did last night on 12 minutes. And I'm on our new Twitch channel over at twitch.tv/thearena_podcast, where we do special event live streams for the podcast, as well as reactions to gaming news and a supplement to the show called The Arena, Multiplatform Gaming News Week in Review live stream. Finally, over on Patreon, we now have a special bonus series, which is a part of the podcast, called The Arena Extra Take, that focuses on spoiler and spoiler-free gaming reviews, gaming industry-related discussions and interviews with special guests. It goes up to Patreon in early access now for patrons at patreon.com/thearena_podcast. Then after 2 days, it's uploaded to Expat2020 Gaming and the Arena Citadel YouTube channels. So please visit our Patreon site for further details on how you can become a patron and support the show and all the content we deliver. So that does it for me, and I want to thank all of you listeners out there, whether you're a patron or whether you're on the free feeds listening to us. I hope you enjoy episode 50, and I want to thank all of you, and of course my co-hosts, Turn-Based Carl and Burly of BurlyMenGaming, as well as my former co-host Dan, for all the help that you guys have given me to make this show a reality. And I really can't believe that we're already at episode 50. Time just flies, and I'm really looking forward to the next 50 and beyond with you guys. So thank you so much, and thank you to all you listeners out there for listening to us and supporting us. So anyway, Carl, where can people find you on social media?
Oh, just Twitter at Turn-Based Carl. Talking about Halo. No. Not even my favorite type of game, but hey,
Cool. Burly, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me at Twitter at BurlyMenGaming. You can also find me on Twitch and twitch.tv/BurlyMenGaming. I'm a Twitch affiliate. I'm currently streaming 2 different games. I'm doing Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, so I'll be streaming that this weekend and through the week. But I'm also streaming, for any of you JRPG fans, Golden Sun Dark Dawn. But you can also, if you want a way to interact with the stream, you can also check out my Streamloots page, Streamloots at /BurlyMenGaming. It's for those that don't know, Streamloots is a service. You can make streamers can make a deck of cards, and your viewers can play them. And they either play sound effects or stuff, or make me have handicaps in games. Like if you watched a little last night when I was streaming, people played cards where I couldn't do blocks in Goshima or couldn't heal for a couple minutes.
Cool. All right. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this show, and looking forward to the next 50, man, and beyond. So thank you so much. Okay, and to end the episode, in the Indie Recording Artist Spotlight. So this week's Spotlight is on the artist whose song makes up the new music intro to our podcast episodes, Yanivi. Widely known for his powerhouse DJ shows, Yanivi is a creator of some of today's most popular commercial music. A skilled perfectionist in his studio, he forges a high-energy sound with a solid hip-hop and funk foundation. Yanivi collaborates with an extensive range of artists as a producer and performer. From the title song of his album called Rock This Joint. So this has been The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast, episode 50. So thank you to my co-hosts, Turn-Based Carl and Burly of BurlyMenGaming. We hope to catch you all in the next one. So take care, everyone. Peace out.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about.
Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
Smoking big cigars. I hope you're ready for what's coming now. I'm the one, I'm the lady that would bring you down. There's a joint on the corner where the big boys play, where the whiskey's running like the river, but they all never come for the booze and bass. I'm the one, I'm the lady that'll rock this place. That'll rock this place. That'll rock this place. Rock this place. Rock this place. Rock this
From the beginning. Rock this place. That'll rock this place. That'll rock this place. Rock this place. Rock this place. Rock this
corner where the big boys play.